We will travel to 59 different countries with extraordinary information. Are you ready for an intellectual adventure? Before we start the video, we would like to thank you. 3 months ago, endless thanks to all of you who joined us on our YouTube adventure. Don't forget to share the videos you like with your close circle in the next process. So, if you have made your coffee and are ready in front of your screens, here we go. Algeria is one of the biggest countries in Africa. Although it seems quite large in terms of area, it is actually a very small country. Only 10% of the country is usable, the rest is desert. Andorra is the most developed country without an airport. To get to Andorra, you have to go to France first. In 2001, Argentina had a big economic crisis. During this crisis, they elected 5 different presidents in just 2 weeks. Chess is taught as a subject in schools in Armenia. Today, Armenia is considered one of the strongest chess countries in the world. Australia has exactly 685 national parks. Thailand, the country in second place, has only 147 national parks. Azerbaijan has the largest KFC restaurant in the world. This restaurant is exactly 1,600 square meters. There's an island in the Bahamas called Pig Beach. Only pigs can go to this island. The island is only for pigs to swim on. In 2004, Bangladesh set an interesting record. They formed a human chain, just standing side by side. This chain was 1,000 kilometers long, and 5 million people took part in this event. Have you ever thought about this? Why? Between 2010 and 2011, Belgium was without a government for 589 days, which was a world record. And although it seemed quite impossible to break this record, the country that broke the record was once again Belgium. Between 2018 and 2020, Belgium was without a government for exactly 652 days, renewing the record. A construction company in Belize demolished a 2,300-year-old Mayan pyramid in 2013 just to build a road. There are many interesting flags in the world, but the flag of the King of Benin is different from all of them, because on their flag, a man's head is cut off with a sword. Pirate flags are less scary. Despite being completely landlocked, Bolivia has a navy of around 5,000 men. Brazil is the country with the greatest biodiversity on the planet. It is estimated that there are exactly 2,400,000 different species in Brazil. As public transport in Cambodia is very poor, people use primitive trains made of bamboo to get around. During the Great Depression in America, Cameroon organized an aid campaign for the people of America. The money raised was exactly $3.77. Thank you, Cameroon. The USA will always be grateful to you. Canada has the most lakes in the world. 60% of the country is made up of lakes. There are about 250,000 lakes, large and small. Once again, we are faced with another interesting piece of flag information. Chad and Romania use exactly the same flags. In 1949, Costa Rica disbanded its entire army, deeming it unnecessary. Since then, the country has had no army and has a population of more than 5 million. The Ivory Coast experienced a civil war that lasted 5 years. It was not NATO, America, or Russia that ended this civil war. Forget all the political solutions you can think of. The architect of peace in Côte d'Ivoire is Didier Drogba. Drogba ended the civil war in Côte d'Ivoire by negotiating with both sides. The most famous donkeys in the world are Cypriot. There are enough donkeys to make up 20% of the island's population. The Czech Republic has the highest beer consumption in the world. The average Czech drinks about 190 liters of beer a year. Cheers! El Salvador is the only country in North America that does not border the Atlantic Ocean. The country of Ecuador is named after the equator line, but there is a little problem. because it was calculated that the equator line used to go through here. But technology has moved on and recalculated. They found that the equator line did not pass through Ecuador. We share your pain, Ecuador. Ethiopia has a unique calendar. According to this calendar, there are 13 months in a year. This makes a difference between Ethiopia and the rest of the world. The Ethiopian calendar is 7 years behind the rest of the world. Who among us doesn't want to go back 7 years? The world record for the shortest reign was held by the King of France. King Louis XIX was on the throne for just 20 minutes. Berlin was divided after the Second World War. If you look at Berlin at night, you can see the difference between the two halves of the city. This is because people in East Berlin use yellow light bulbs and people in West Berlin use white light bulbs. Even though the wall has come down, the bulbs still mark the border. Ghana is a country that cannot keep talented people at home. The most striking example of this came at the 2010 World Cup. Both Boateng brothers were on the pitch, but one played for Germany and the other for Ghana. They were the first brothers to play against each other at international level. Another interesting piece of flag information: Haiti and Liechtenstein used the same flag until 1936. Then in 1936, by chance, they noticed it at the Olympic Games. Once a year, fish fall from the sky in Honduras. This has been happening for 100 years, and scientists are at a loss to explain this natural phenomenon. In 1940, Hungary experienced the world's largest hyperinflation. $1 was equal to millions of Hungarian liras in Hungary. Not only that, in 1946, Hungary printed the world's largest banknote. This piece of paper was equal to 100 quintillion Hungarian liras. At the 2018 World Cup, Iceland became the smallest country in soccer history to take part in the tournament, with a population of 350,000. 30% of the Indian population is vegetarian. This makes it the country with the highest number of vegetarians in the world. There are fewer vegetarians in the world than in India. A world record attempt has been made in Iran. Iranians tried to make the world's longest sandwich. They may have succeeded, but we'll never know because the spectators ate all the sandwiches before they were measured by the Guinness Book of Records. Bon appetit! We can say that the Irish are very talented singers. If you don't believe us, check out the Eurovision Song Contest, which they have won 7 times. Our favorite is Niamh Kavanagh's In Your Eyes. We recommend you watch it. The last information about flags in our list is about the flag of Jamaica. It is the only flag that does not use the white, red, and blue of other flags. In 2012, the Kazakh national team won the gold medal at the competition in Kuwait. After winning the gold medal, there was a national anthem crisis. The organizers of the event played the anthem from the film Borat instead of the Kazakh national anthem. According to research by French scientists, the center of Europe is in Lithuania, and there is a monument in Lithuania marking this place. In 2020, Luxembourg will make all public transport in the country free for the public. It is the only country where public transport is free. Mansa Musa, who lived in 14th century Mali, is estimated to have a personal fortune of around $400 billion. According to the famous Forbes magazine, Elon Musk is currently the richest person, and his fortune is $251 billion. Imagine what Mansa Musa's fortune was like. Imagine what Mansa. The derelict ships are sent to Mauritania. Mauritania is the world's ship graveyard. Everyone dreams of being a millionaire. 30% of the people living in Monaco are millionaires. While the world's population continues to grow, Mongolia has 2 people per square kilometer. This makes Mongolia the most sparsely populated country in the world. The euro is the common currency of several countries, and it was originally planned that it would not represent any country. This was achieved by using images of bridges that did not appear on the banknotes. But the Netherlands started building these bridges one by one. Hollywood has made an impression on everyone in the world. We can say that it has left a little more impact on Nigeria if you look at the name of Nigerian cinema. The name of Nigerian cinema is Nollywood. You've heard of knights, but have you ever heard of a knight who lives in a zoo? Brigadier General Sir Niels Olav III, who lives in Edinburgh Zoo, is a penguin. There are 850 different languages spoken in Papua New Guinea. None of the countries that were Poland's neighbors in 1990 exist today. The USSR, Czechoslovakia, and East Berlin are now dusty pages of history. In 2001, Portugal took an interesting decision. They decriminalized all kinds of drugs. What is even more interesting than this decision is that the rate of drug use in the country has decreased since this date. Samoa decided to change its time zone in 2011. They switched from GMT-11 to GMT+13. Samoa moved forward one day with this change. San Marino has the oldest constitution in the world. This constitution has been in use for 400 years. The names Slovakia and Slovenia are very confusing. Because of this confusion, many wrong mails are sent every year. The authorities of Slovakia and Slovenia hold regular meetings every year to correct these wrong mails. Somalia's currency, the Somali shilling, has an interesting code. It's SOS. Maybe they're trying to tell us something. South Africa has 3 different capital cities. The most famous capital is Cape Town. The other 2 are Pretoria and Bloemfontein. We are all familiar with the pyramids and their unique architecture. When we say pyramids, Egypt is the first place that comes to mind. But most of the world's pyramids are in Sudan. 95% of Suriname's territory is forested. Although lifts make our lives easier, stairs will always be with us. Have you ever wondered where the longest staircase in the world is? The longest staircase in the world is in Switzerland. It consists of 11,674 steps. The total length is 3,400 kilometers. The world's shortest war was fought in Tanzania. The Anglo-Zanzibar War lasted just 38 minutes. The world's deepest underground station is in Ukraine. This metro station in Kiev is 105 meters deep. Tea and coffee are the drinks we all drink most throughout the day. The UK is the world's biggest tea consumer. In the UK, 165 million cups of tea are drunk every day. Thank you to everyone who has joined us on this journey. It has been a wonderful experience to share, learn, and grow with you in the multifaceted story of the world. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Share your thoughts and ideas about the video in the comments section. You can also sign up for notifications to be alerted to more content and be part of our community. See you in the next video.